Ladies and gentlemen, this young lady did what I think it's a very good job on narrating what happened in Grenada between the Maurice Bishop regime and good old America. I want you to listen to her and please have your say in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.
You ever notice how the US only calls it a dictatorship when it's a black country that's decided that they don't need saving? Because in 1979, this 35-year-old man led a revolution on his little island called Grenada. And when he tried to build something real, schools, healthcare, literacy, America called him a communist and made sure that he never got to finish what he started. Meet Maurice Bishop. He wasn't chasing power, he was chasing dignity. Bishop and his people threw out a corrupt leader named Eric Gary. He built free schools, made healthcare accessible, and launched adult literacy programs that nearly wiped out illiteracy on the island. He'd tell people that they must be the engineers of their own futures. That line hit different because he actually meant it. Grenada started looking like proof that a small black nation could thrive without begging the US or Britain for approval. Then Bishop linked up with Cuba for doctors, teachers, engineers, not missiles. But Washington saw that as a threat. Reagan's team went on TV calling that little island a Soviet base because they were building airports to bring in tourism. Imagine that. An airport becomes a reason to invade? The real fear wasn't communism. It was a black country standing on its own 2 feet. But by 83, people inside Bishop's own party started turning on him. His deputy, Bernard Cord, accused him of being too popular and had him locked up. But the people weren't playing that. Thousands of Grenadians marched. They freed him and they carried him through the streets. And within hours, soldiers loyal to Cord opened fire. Bishop and several ministers were taken to Fort Rupert and executed against a wall. And 6 days later, the U.S. invaded under something called Operation Urgent Fury. They said it was to restore democracy. You don't bomb a tiny island filled of 100,000 people to restore anything. You bomb it to remind them who's in charge. After his death, people cried in the streets. He wasn't a dictator, he was hope. And the US couldn't let that stand. So they buried him under headlines calling him a Marxist puppet. Meanwhile, the airport that he built, it still stands. They renamed it Maurice Bishop International Airport. Every plane that lands there touches the ground that he dreamed up. Maurice Bishop didn't die because he failed. He died because he made freedom look possible. Because every time a black nation tries to build something of its own, the empire shows up with bombs and a press release. They call it democracy, but really? It's fear. Fear of what happens when we stop asking for permission. Say his name. Maurice Bishop.